Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set, 250. Hey, tag 50 left.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And Tate's got it. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now it's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Stafford able to slither by. He hits Riddick underneath. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
22.
Again, it's Stafford. Out to the flat for Riddick. Still going. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 13 yards there offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To the air again, Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On second down, here's Stafford. This is a screen to Abdullah. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches.
Set, lady.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside. And in this...
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Looking to throw on second down. Gardner. And Olsen over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Operating from the gun. Gardner. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing on first down. Gardner is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gardner. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And his kick is right through. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Needed 16, they got 17 on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Stafford now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Trio right. Set, 260.
To throw again. Stafford. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K1 short. Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Zero. Set. Waiting.
From the gun, Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K1 short in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Flex round. Ohio.
On first down, Gardner. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down, Gardner. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now the Lions going to stop this momentarily as they call a timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gardner. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Gardner. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throw left side taken in by Galladay. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Stafford looks to throw again. It's complete. Abdullah. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford gets past one man. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16.
Ready? 180.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. 180.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Waiting. Hey, 22. Double, set.
Following the penalty, Montgomery might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, alert it, tag 53. Set, red 80. Hey, 22.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Down right around the 25. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Set, lady.
From the gun, Stafford. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the penalty really winds up hurting him there.
Yeah, winds up pushing him back. Sure enough, the field goal comes up short.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Off play action. Gardner. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, Gardner. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Flex round! Flex round!
Operating from the gun. Gardner finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Back now here on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Gardner. And this is caught. He hits more. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. John Simon in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, Gardner. And this is going to be incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here come the Lions now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again? And
they've got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13 and also a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Flex round! Flex round!
To throw on 2nd down. Gardner. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Operating from the gun. Gardner is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And Matthews has it right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now a timeout coming in here defensively, as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. Caught right side, Tate. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They'll look to set up his blockers. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will move